Hey everybody, welcome to the forum.
My name is Alfredo.
I'm Brian.
I'm Bemnet.
And I'm Michelle.
So this show is mostly about talking about serious / silly topics. We want to get your guys' feedback. Obviously, we all have a different way of thinking about certain things. So we're just here to talk about it, have a good old time. Mm-hmm. Now, this beautiful box right here will contain topics that we will discuss. Some of them are topics we thought of. Some are topics that you as the public asked to talk about. So here we go. Oh my god, something down. Way to go, Bem. Okay.
Already doing it.
Alright.
Is that two?
What'd we get?
Oh wow. Alright guys, so the topic for today is, do you want the traditional dating, marriage, kids route? Why or why not? Alright, forum, let's discuss.
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I like the idea of it, and I'm not opposed if that's what happens. But I'm kind of down the whole I want the dating marriage route. I don't want the kids part of that.
Oh, so you're fine with some of the route, just not
the end goal. I don't need kids.
Okay. I mean, I'm like, I don't want kids. I don't care about marriage. I just can I just be with somebody without needing like paperwork for it and like,
No, I feel you.
That's fair. I'm kind of on the fence. I want the whole dating. I'm very unsure whether I want kids or not. And then I do want to maybe one day get married. But if it doesn't happen, I guess I'm not going to be too upset about it.
okay.
But I don't know. Like, I guess I've been so used to the whole traditional thing. And even if the family itself isn't getting along or anything, like I guess it's still like okay to be with your partner even though you're not happy,
But I mean, why would you want to be with someone if you're not happy?
Right.
I mean, I've seen it so much. I don't want to go through that. But it's just, I don't know. I think that's kind of one reason why I don't want to, but I do.
So would you be okay to be in a marriage that you're not happy with?
No. That's what I'm saying. I don't want that.
Okay.
I don't want a marriage where I'm unhappy. But I've seen it so much to where I don't want that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I gotcha.
See?
So you've seen enough to know what not to get.
Yes, exactly.
But you want that, like how it has in the movies or whatever. You kind of would like that, though.
Yeah, but if it doesn't happen, I mean, it's okay.
Okay. So you're just kind of chill with it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of chill. Oh.
Okay. Byron, you've been quiet.
Yeah. Oh, God. You always have something to say now, don't you?
I don't know. It's weird. Like, I would marriage is something I really do want. I think it's a beautiful thing when you find the perfect man in your eyes. I am waiting for my perfect guy. Obviously, I don't want to settle. I think that's something that, I mean, like Michelle said, we've seen all the time where people settle because they think that time is running out. They think that this is the best they're gonna get, so they settle, and then they end up being unhappy. I want to really strive to find the right guy. I think marriage is a big deal. I do not like the whole divorce thing. I think that that's something that I do want to keep traditional, is that marriage is a forever thing. Granted, I get it. Things happen. Shit goes south sometimes and it's out of your control. And the person that you married is not who you thought he was or she was. But I really do. I do want to marry someone that values me and where it's a partnership and it's great. And I know that there's good men out there. It's just that we tend to go for the ones that are not so great, in my opinion. When it comes to kids, I love kids. I think kids are great. I like how innocent they are and how you watch them grow and you see their mind develop. But I think we're also at a point in our lives where it's a big responsibility to take care of kids.
Not in this economy.
That's another point. I think that financially, things are not that great. I mean, obviously, you guys know everything that's going on. The gas is high, and everything is. It just feels like everything is going up in price, including like living situations. As of right now, for myself, I can barely take care of myself. I make ends meet. I pay my bills. I pay my house. Sometimes it's a struggle. So imagine adding like another little life form that depends on you to the mix. It's hard.
Would you be okay with getting in would you be like, how financially stable would you feel like you need to be to have a kid? Because would it be like you and your partner, like if you guys can have enough money to put some money away, do you feel like that's okay to have a kid?
Yeah, I think that obviously like the guy that I get with, if he wants a family, I'm down to discuss, but I also want us both to be on the same page. Like, you do understand that having a kid is a big responsibility when it comes, especially to money wise. Like I said, everything is growing, everything's getting more expensive, so we would have to be on the same page and see how much we can each contribute to the table to make sure that our baby is happy and healthy, and like he or she has everything. I wouldn't want to have a kid that doesn't have everything that they should have, you know?
Would you be okay with like the white picket fence type of scenario? Like you get with somebody, you marry them, you move out to the country, not necessarily the country, but the suburbs or whatever. You get a white picket fence, like that kind of traditional value, or for you it doesn't really matter? No,
it doesn't matter. I mean, I get why some people want like the suburban white picket fence tranquil life. I like where we're at. I mean, I think that Vegas is one of those cities that it's known to be like a city full of sin, gambling, drinking, and it is what it is. Like it's when you think of Vegas, yeah, you think of all those things, but I think that a lot of people that don't live here, what they don't understand is that there's more to it than that. Like,
we're an actual town.
Right,
yes.
We're just like everywhere else.
Yeah, it's just we just happen.
We're not just, the strip, downtown, the really bad areas. Like, we're actually more than just that, and it's expanded over the years, like very, very much, and it's still expanding till this day.
Yeah. We're more than what tourists see.
Yeah, exactly.
I also think that, unfortunately, Vegas is not perfect. I think that our school system just sucks.
That's putting it lightly.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like I think or maybe we were lucky when we were younger, and it wasn't as bad. At least not to me, because I got my education, I graduated. I never felt like I wasn't being helped, I guess. And nowadays it just seems to get worse and worse, and it's not, I don't want to blame the teachers, it's not their fault. I do feel like there's a lot of people that want to be teachers, but they're so underpaid, and I feel like so undervalued that it just doesn't seem like a good career path.
They have to deal with what they get. Like it sucks because they get dirt and they're expected, hey, like, do something with this.
Yeah, it's a domino effect. Like, if they're not being appreciated, of course it's not going to show on the kids. And I get some teachers are the exception, but like I said, it doesn't help when everything is just going up and up in price and they're getting paid dirt. So therefore they're not trying as hard, or they're just overwhelmed, and then the kids end up suffering, and we have kids that just don't care about school. So it all ties down together. So as much as I like it here, I don't know if I would if this would be the right place to raise a kid.
At least for you personally.
At least for me, yeah. I mean, if I do stay in Vegas with my significant other, I would have to like really have the funds, at least maybe homeschool my kid or private school somewhere that I know that, yes, it's more expensive, but my child is getting that education that he or she deserves.
I mean, private schools even then still aren't.
They're not perfect.
They're not by any means are they perfect in any way. So it's like, even if you do say, oh, I'm going to send my kid to a private school, you're paying all this tuition, but essentially you're just kind of just paying for better food, school uniforms. Yeah. You're not really paying for too much better education, if we're being honest.
Yeah. I mean, the quality of education is a little bit better because it's not overstaffed, or not overstaffed. What's the word I'm looking for?
Overcrowded?
Yeah, it's not overcrowded with too many kids, because I know it's like, what now, 40 kids per teacher at least. Sometimes it's like 50.
Yeah.
Like, I know in private schools they do tend to limit that. They only allow a certain number of kids at a time. So I think it's like 30 at most, I want to say. Or it depends. I think it's different for every private school. So it's a little bit easier to handle, but...
Absolutely. What about you two? Like, what I know you said you don't really you don't really want the dating kids or the dating marriage kids route, but if you found the person for you that like lit up your world or whatever they say, and you're just all like, would you feel more inclined to go that route?
Absolutely, to an extent. Like, me personally, I'm not opposed to marriage or kids. Like, if it happens, great. If it's not, I'm not gonna be bummed about it, because it's whatever. Life is life. But especially with kids, just kids specifically, I don't want the whole pregnancy part of that.
Does pregnancy scare you?
Absolutely, it terrifies me. I don't like my body changing. I am still not comfortable enough with my body as is. I'll gladly adopt if my partner, whoever I end up being with, for the long run, like if they want kids, I mean, I hope they're okay adopting, because I don't want the pregnancy part of it.
Would you be okay with like surrogacy?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can afford it.
I mean,
Right.
funds provided, absolutely. Like, I'd be okay with a surrogate. I'd be okay with adopting, like anything. But I've always kind of seen myself as like, oh, I'm just gonna be that fun aunt, or I'll babysit my friends' kids. But to fully be a parent,
Be responsible for another being.
I'm barely responsible enough for myself. I don't know if I can handle that.
I think we're all with Brian on this route. Like, it's, if you can fund yourself and somebody else, that's great, but it's hard. And I mean, for me personally, like, if I did find someone that was the one, and I would want to go, I'd want to have kids, and I wouldn't mind raising my kids here in Las Vegas, to be honest with you. Like, I've lived here my whole life. I've never really gone anywhere else, so it'd be kind of, I guess, scary to start somewhere new, but I think I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like, I mean, obviously I'd have to like look at the pros and the cons and things like that, but I mean, I don't know.
Where would be your ideal place to raise a child? Like, I mean, obviously you can pick here, but like if you had a choice, like no money, or like the idea of a passport wasn't scaring you away, the idea of money wasn't scaring you away, and you could just go be wherever. Like, do you have an ideal place where you would like to take care of a child within the United States or otherwise?
I've heard Oregon is very nice.
It's funny, I was thinking Portland. Okay, for me, it's not even like about like, school systems or like the culture or whatever. It's just, I visited Portland and I really liked Portland out of everywhere I visited. So I'm like, that'd be cool.
See, I've never been, but I've heard from like my cousin and things like that it's really nice out there. It's very green. We don't really have that here, so it's nice to go, I guess, somewhere completely different from where we are now.
We can have actual seasons. And
I know.
And not just hot.
Nobody wants snow.
Right. I'm like, I don't know if I want snow or not, but I'll deal with it for, let's see how it works for a year, and then
I think it's mostly rain you'll deal with.
that's fine. I just don't want to deal with the humidity. Like, I just don't.
You're gonna deal with the humidity.
I don't want to.
If you're anywhere that borders an ocean, you're gonna deal with the humidity.
I don't want to. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
What about you guys? Like,
Yeah.
if you were, like, in the future, if you did have kids, where would your ideal place to raise them be?
Either here or California.
Is there a specific part? Because California is a big place.
Yeah.
Well, maybe like I don't know. It's because speaking for me and Freddie, we're really trying to pursue our careers in Hollywood and act and produce and direct. And I think that Vegas is close enough to California if we don't want to spend the crazy money. But if I did have the money, if I did have the funds to actually afford to live there, why not? Why not just get like a nice house in California, like in a small town, and then just make the drive when I need to go to work or whatever. But yeah, I think those two places would be good. I wouldn't want to go to like a smaller town like Oregon or anything like that, because it's not where I want to be in life.
Oregon's a state.
Or whatever. But yeah, for my benefit, it would have to be somewhere close to California, where I can actually do what I love and still provide for my kid.
Well, sorry, can't you also do that maybe in like New York or something?
New York?
Like, is it... Because I heard like New York and California are two big states for actors, right?
Yeah, but New York is mostly theatrical. And they taught us in school that New York is mostly for plays and live shows, like, because that's where Broadway is. So can you make it as an actor, like a TV actor? Yeah, you can, because there's still production companies out there.
Absolutely.
But it's known for more
stage.
And I'm not a fan of stage acting. Not saying that I wouldn't dwell in it, not trying to shade anyone. I think whoever Shout out to the people that do it for a living because that's
hard.
That's hard. That's hard. I think that with TV acting, you can easily say, "Cut, let's reshoot it."
Yeah.
On stage, if you fuck up, you better
You better be good at getting back on your feet.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, shout out to the people that kill it out there. I personally am not a fan. I like more TV movie acting, and that's what California is known for.
I love Hairspray.
But I mean, apart from that, being a good place, Atlanta, Georgia is also a really good place to do filming.
Okay.
Yeah, Atlanta, LA, and New York are the big three.
Okay.
At least within the United States.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But what about you?
What about
where
me?
Would you? I hate you. Where would you go? Like, if you could go anywhere, to, I guess, what was it? Like, raise your kids or something like that?
Or start a family.
Or start a family, yeah. Where would would you stay here? Because this is all we've known.
No, I know. This is all I've known because I've never lived anywhere else. So I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't mind being here, but I don't know. I've always had like this like fantasy of living like in a wooded area, next to a lake. Like
the cute little cottage house.
Yes.
That just screams.
No. Think of it like a fairy tale kind of thing where you've got like the whole cottage, like you've got. Make it cute.
And then the sun goes down, Disney comes and kills you.
No, make it cute. Don't be a creep.
No, I mean that's fine, but to me, I've always had like kind of fantasy, but for me, wanting to work in like film makes it a little hard. So if anything, I don't know. I think definitely going to like someplace in California, someplace close to Hollywood, would definitely be the smartest move for me.
Like a wooded type.
Because I know they do have like wooded areas in California.
Yeah.
Like I know they definitely have like, it's not just all like the whole state isn't just city after city after city. Like living in like a small town. See, it'd be nice to like go to an audition or something. Then maybe drive. I mean, I'd have to still drive for like an hour or two probably out.
Right.
And then go out and just like kind of sit and just like be with the trees. Like I think that'd be nice. I've always loved the woods.
It's a good way to die.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
They're not wrong.
Yeah. And the best part is sometimes sap on a tree looks like blood, so it's like it mixes together and it'll be fine.
Okay, enough of that. Jesus.
Gosh.
Okay, now here's a follow-up question. So, how do you guys think that our families would take if we don't go the traditional wedding route?
My parents would hate it. Immediately.
Now, for those of you watching, obviously, like if it's not apparent already, me, Alfredo, and Mickey are Hispanic. We are Mexican. Bemnet here, she's actually from African descent. She's from Ethiopia. So her parents, while they think kind of like ours, they might be more strict on some aspects of it.
I mean, it depends. For the most part, I think we're on that strictness level. It's about the same. But my parents definitely would not agree with me not wanting kids, because I've kind of like let it slip here and there, but not like as a serious, hey mom, I don't want kids, but just kind of like a, yeah, I mean, I'd be okay not having kids, and just like look the other way.
We'll see what happens.
And they've never like, I guess, argued with me about it, and they've never like gotten angry or anything, but you can tell they're disappointed. Like every time that I brought it up, they're just kind of been like, oh, I see. And it's just kind of like, we don't like that, but they're not really, they don't want to say more.
It's not like they can do anything about it.
Yeah,
Right.
they can't.
It's like, how dare we raise a daughter to think for herself?
Yeah, you can blame my mother. She thought for herself plenty. I learned it from her.
I mean, for me, I think everyone's kind of just like already expecting me to not do things as things are supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Considering like because I am a homosexual man, so it's like
Keep your expectations low and you'll never disappoint them.
right. So it's like for the most part, like once I came out to them, they were just all like, oh well, there goes the idea of a wife and kids and everything like that, not knowing that I actually didn't really like kids all that much. But I mean, they're
Wow.
fun. Listen, kids are fun. Kids are fun to play with. Like if we go to the park and I'm like pushing them on the swing or like catching them when they're down, they go down the slide or whatever, or I'm pretending to run after them or whatever, like going super slow, and they're like, they're laughing. It's cute. Kids are cute. I just don't want to take care of one.
It's okay. Bemna is the aunt and Alfredo's the uncle.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Like, I just, once they start crying, I'm like, here you go.
Okay.
See, I think I'm a little better with kids because I'll actually sit there and I'll take great care of your kids. If you let me babysit, like I'll do the whole like diaper change, like put them to bed, like I'll feed them, I'll play with them, like make sure they're not sick. I'll do all of that. I just want to give them back at the end of the day. Like I don't want to take care of you. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night because you're crying for the 4th time in a row. Like I'm good.
Anyway, back on topic. They kind of expected that I wasn't gonna go through all of that. So I think if I were to tell them like, hey guys, I don't plan on having like getting married or having kids or anything like that, they'd probably be all like, oh, okay. Like for me personally, they probably wouldn't say anything.
No. Now when it comes to me,
The exact opposite.
The exact opposite.
it's I think my dad expects me to have kids, get married,
Because you're the girl.
because I'm the girl, and don't know if I want that. So I don't know. They wouldn't take it too well, I can tell you that. Because it's just, here's the thing, I want it, I really do, but at the same time I'm like, if I don't, I'm okay with it. They won't be okay with it. They'll probably just tell me, come on, let's go find you a man somewhere. And I'm like, I don't know if I want your type of man.
Okay, I could definitely see our aunt taking you to like a singles club or a singles meeting.
What do I look like?
I could see her doing that though. I could see her taking you to like speed dating, or she's all like, "Oh look, this is the cool hip young thing that kids are doing."
I'm sorry, we are in Las Vegas. You can take me to a strip club.
Oh. Okay.
But the strip clubs for girls are expensive. Those are male reviews.
That's okay.
Those are
Look, if you're
Those
gonna
get expensive.
hold on, if you're gonna try finding me a man, I'm gonna be expensive about it, and you gonna buy me drinks while we there.
So you're willing to date a stripper?
Why not?
Marry a stripper?
Why not?
Okay.
Okay.
Strippers are people.
That's another topic for you.
That's
different day.
getting off topic.
That's going in the vault. That's going in the vault. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, no.
But just my thing is, strippers are people too.
They are.
Continue.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, like I said, my family would not be okay with it, but I mean, if it happens, it happens. So, Brian?
I'm kind of with Freddie on this. I think that my mom, like, if I give her a grandkid, she'll be happy, but I've been blessed to have 3 other straight as an arrow brothers, and the younger one after me, he already gave her 2 grandkids, who she loves, and then I'm pretty sure my other brothers, once they're ready to like settle down and have kids, she'll be getting grandkids through them. If I do give her a grandkid, I really hope it's a girl. She always wanted a girl, and she ended up having 4 boys. So I would like to adopt a little girl or surrogate and have a little girl that way. But if I ever do, that's something that I would want to do for her.
For some reason, I was thinking of your niece or whatever as
One of her grandkids?
the little girl. I don't know, because when you said
Oh.
she really wants a girl, I was like, you have a girl. I'm like, no, you don't.
No, I don't know. No, nieces are beautiful, and she does love her, but she doesn't see her often. And it's one of those things where it's like my aunt, because that's actually her granddaughter, she gets all that love. My mom is just like the second aunt that she only sees like at parties and stuff. But yeah, I would definitely do that. I would love to have a little boy and a little girl. But if I don't, I mean, I know that my brothers will take care of that in their department.
Do you have a preferred way of getting a kid, like surrogacy, adoption? Like, do you have like if you had it your way, money wasn't an option, nothing like that, and if you wanted to adopt, your paperwork would go through like quickly. Would you have a preferred way that you would want to get a kid?
I would want a surrogacy. Obviously, if money was not an option. I think that without sounding too messed up, because I don't mean to offend anyone in any way, but I think that having a baby that's actually mine, that they took my, DNA, and I just needed a woman to give birth, and that little baby is mine. that is like, I think that's one of the most beautiful things ever. Not saying I don't want to adopt, because I would love to adopt a baby that was left, that's not loved, or whatever circumstances may be. But I think with adoption, without going too much, because I do want to talk about that in another segment, I think with adoption, it's great because you give that baby all your love and they grow up to love you. But I think that with every adoptive kid, there's always that mentality of who's my real parents, or I want to know who my parents are. You know, there's always that battle, I guess. And from what I've seen, a lot of adoptive parents struggle with it because they know that they're not the original. They may be the ones that raised them, but the kid will always want to know where they came from, and that's totally fine. But yeah, I mean, if I had it my way, surrogacy for sure. But if not, I have no problem adopting a little baby, giving that baby all my love, and of course, raising them to be an amazing human being.
Now, I don't know if this is already a topic that we want to discuss or something, but because this kind of ties into it.
If it ties into it, let's do it.
How do you feel about being a stepmom or stepdad?
Okay.
Like you date somebody who already has kids.
Oh, okay. That's another topic.
That's another topic.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's not dwell on that. Because I feel like if we dwell on that, we're going to lose focus on today's topic.
Because y'all, we getting old. I'm just saying that.
Oh my God.
Speak for yourselves. Me and Mickey are the young ones over here.
Thank you.
All right. Well, okay.
Okay, Bam. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. I was gonna add on to your whole. Like, I want a boy and a girl. That girl ain't gonna be yours. That girl gonna be your mama's.
Oh, sure.
You know that girl ain't gonna be yours. She's gonna be like, oh, just leave her here with me. You can go. Just leave her here with me.
You can go.
You can go. Bye.
She's gonna want to dress her up and get her all nice and cute all the time in dresses, no matter how much she
you're
like
never
says,
gonna
I don't want dresses. Like, you're gonna get dresses.
You're never gonna see your daughter. Ever.
You might see her for a minute and then it'll just be like, okay, well, have fun with your mom, I guess. She's not your grandma, she's your mom.
Yeah, that's what it is at this point. Okay, Bam. So, in our friendship, we've learned a lot about Bemnet's culture and how it differs from us. For those of you that don't know, if Bemnet were to get married, it is in her tradition that wedding lasts 3 days.
2 days, 2 to 3 days, depends.
2 days.
And now that's a big tradition in her family. So, Bam, if you did get married, would you follow said tradition?
Yes and no, because I actually have talked about this with my mom.
Are you gonna deny me the 2-day party?
Right, like that's what
okay. Wow, y'all going to my wedding just to party?
Yes.
A mess.
I mean, I'll bring a gift.
I'm gonna bring not all 3 days, not all 2 days. Calm down. You got one gift.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like 2 days. It's 3 days if you fancy, like you rich, but
We can do 3 days. We can do Miss. Your mother will do it.
Time to find you a rich
The
one.
hell
She
she
will.
won't. No, she won't.
But she will, though. You know that she will. If you told her, like, mother, I'm getting married, and she likes the person that you're dating, like it's all clear. You know your mama would like finance that 3rd day if she had to. You know she would. If she approved of the marriage, if she approved 100% of the marriage, she would absolutely fund that 3rd day.
If I let her. If I let her.
Look.
Okay.
I let her.
It is true though. It's true because I love my mom and I want the best for her. She wants the best for me. But we are so different. I don't like the whole like socializing thing. Like I'm okay with like a cheap ass wedding that lasts like half a day and then I get to go home and do whatever I want with my soon to be husband.
Okay, but we're not going to be okay with that.
That sounds like a you problem.
Wait, Bemna, we're not asking you to socialize. You say hi to us, and then we take you away. You don't have to say hi to nobody else. Your mama can do that.
See, I'm okay with that. Like,
That's
keep the
fine.
party going. I'll just do my own thing.
Yeah,
That's not how it works.
Don't worry.
That's the way it's gonna work.
Don't worry. After you say hi to the people that you absolutely need to, which is us,
Which is everybody.
we will take you to a private nook. We'll have a little library and squishmallows.
That we've specifically put up.
Yes.
Oh, my heart.
And that will be where you will remain for the next 2 days.
I would love you.
No, for the next day, and then we have to go, come back and then say hi to her because we can't spend the night.
You know, the whole
She's not gonna
pleasantry.
Wait, I can't spend the night?
She's not gonna let us stay there.
Can there be an attachment to the nook?
Who? Where? At the wedding venue? There's no, because it's just a wedding venue. You're there.
Hold on.
partying.
What if she decides to do it at her house?
It's impossible.
I don't think she.
Okay, let me tell you. For my mom's wedding, she's told me she invited like a certain number of people. She invited a couple hundreds of people. I might be wrong about this. I want to say like $2,000 showed up. Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
And granted, this is actually back in Ethiopia and Addis Ababa, where it's one of those things where it's like, if I just invite you three, you're gonna go back and be like, well, Mickey's got to be like, well, I gotta invite my dad, and then there's my dad's wife, and then there's like her brother, and then she has her son with her, and then all of them are gonna be like, well, I don't want to go to this party on my own, so I'm gonna invite my friend, and then I'm gonna invite my brother, and I'm gonna invite my sister and my family.
This is why plus ones exist. Plus one.
Okay.
That does not exist in Abisha culture. It does not.
You could write it on the invitation, and you have security at the door. Plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't come in. Who are you?
Okay, you can, but everyone involved, everyone that actually is at the wedding is gonna talk shit. They're gonna be like, wow, did you hear they only invited a certain number of people? Like, how stingy can they get?
The invitation said plus 4.
You're gonna be in your nook. You don't care.
Holy crap! It's a beautiful thing. Without getting too much off topic, how every culture is just, it's kind of the same. People will talk shit at your own venue if it's not up to their standards. It's so crazy.
Get your own wedding.
Right. Have your own kids.
Hold on. I think we got way off track. What was the question?
about your traditional or Ethiopia's 3-day wedding.
Okay. So I've talked about that with my mom, and my mom wants me to go like she wants the whole traditional dating, marriage, kids route, but on top of that, she wants a whole dating, marriage, kids route with somebody that is Abisha, and that basically means Abisha means someone that is either from Ethiopian or Eritrean descent. So I always go ahead and tell everybody that I'm Ethiopian just because it's easier to pronounce. I'm only like a quarter or like an eighth Ethiopian, and the rest is like Eritrean. It's kind of the same stuff, same/similar language, similar food, cultures, whatever. But that's the kind of person my mom wants me to marry. Like, she wants me to marry another Abisha, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. I just don't, because growing up, everyone that I've seen has always been stuck in this whole like misogynistic, like, women are meant to do this, and this, and then the men are supposed to like take care of like the finances and go to work and bring home the money, and then they don't do shit at the house. I don't want that. So I know it's not a lot of people. I know it's probably not the majority, especially people that are like, I guess, like African American from like Ethiopia or Eritrea that moved here and came over here and grew up here. They probably don't have that same mindset, but it's been kind of instilled in me that I'm just so turned off by it now. So I don't want that. And I've told my mom this, and she's like, well, okay, so whoever you do get married, they have to be okay with like a traditional Abisha wedding. And we've kind of compromised to where we'll have like one wedding that I get to plan out how I want, how me and my fiance want, like, this is what we want to do. And then the second day, my mom's gonna plan out and do whatever the hell she wants to do. I guess that's okay.
I could just imagine. Hold on, I could just imagine the second day, but Bemna's just like this. And then all the pictures, because there's gonna be 2 photographers. It's just gonna be like, oh look, Bemna was so happy on this day. What happened here?
Just forced.
I make it sound bad, but it's really not. Like, Abisha weddings are actually kind of fun because there's so much like dancing and singing, and the food is great. Like, I've always loved like our traditional food. I think it's great. But it's the socializing that I don't want. I've never been a social person, and with any kind of like outing, get together, celebration, regardless of whether it's like a wedding or a graduation or a birthday party, whatever it is, you have to be social. Like, you have to go around. Like, as soon as you enter, your first job is to go around the entire room
And say hi
to everybody. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then you have to sit down and continue to socialize and talk about stuff and everything. And I'm like, you know, I came here for food and that's it. 9 times out of 10, that's all I'm there for, is for the food.
Our responsibilities end after we say hi to everybody. But we come in, we say hi to everybody, and then we can socialize with them. That's usually like in good faith, you know, whatever. But for the most part, you go, you say hi to everybody, and then when you're leaving, you say bye to everybody, and then that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same for us too. I think it's easier if I'm going somewhere versus if I'm hosting something.
Yeah.
Because if I'm, you know, that's kind of how it is everywhere. If you're hosting something, you have to make sure that you're on it. Like, everyone's got plenty of food, plenty of stuff to drink. Everyone's happy. Like, you know, create a good atmosphere. I don't host things on purpose. So.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's what is expected. And I think that, like I said, that's the beauty that our cultures are not so different, because in Hispanic parties, if it's your party, you need to say hi to everybody. And I think that's something that I hate, because a lot of the people that, like, let's say I'm having a party, like, let's say, I don't know, graduation, whatever you want to call it. It's my party. And my mom's inviting all her friends, and my grandma's inviting all her friends, and they're forcing me to go say hi. And not saying that they're bad people, but I'm like, I kind of want to be with my friends, but yet you want me to get up and go say hi, thanks for coming, when, I mean, no offense, but I don't know you. I did not invite you. My mom invited you. Mm-hmm. So why, what is this? And I see it play out so many times, especially like in my cousin's 15's quinceañeras. Like, they're tired because they have to lift up their dress and walk around and say hi to everybody and thank them for coming, even though inside they're like, I don't really care if you're here or not. I don't know you.
And they gotta walk around in those high heels and.
Well, Michelle will know. She went through that.
No, because I know it's annoying. Because I remember your quinceañera. You were tired of it.
I was tired. At the end, I fell asleep on a bench, and it was just that was it. I was done, and I mean, you know, Alfredo could tell you he was the bartender, not by choice. Let me tell you.
I went to get a soda, and then everyone thought I was freaking handing out drinks. Well, so I stayed there for what was it, like 45 minutes. And then Ricky came up and he was like, oh, it's like, thanks so much for doing this. I'm like, it wasn't by choice.
I cannot.
My quinceañera was just
a mess.
It was a mess all around. Like, I think we had about 3 months or so to plan it.
Something.
And we went to California to get my dress. And don't get me wrong, like, the dress is absolutely beautiful. You know, nonetheless, in 3 months, we did so much. And the fact of the matter is, like, everything looked great. But come the day of, everything turned into a disaster. Like, you know, when we were getting our hair done, our makeup done, everything was just getting out of hand. Like, we had one person doing, because me and my cousin shared a quinceañera. So, you know, we had someone doing her hair and her makeup while I was just standing off to the side waiting for her to finish. And then my uncle's wife, may she rest in peace, it was just kind of like, you know, she was like, are you ready? Like, what's going on here? And I was like, I'm waiting for her to finish so I can get my hair done. And she was like, there's not 2 people. I'm like, no. So then, you know, she had to go in there, do my hair super quick, do my makeup super quick, and we got done at the same time.
I let me tell you guys, when you guys see her quinceañera photos,
no,
an episode
showing those.
An episode in itself.
We're never showing those.
Okay. Can we just show your dad, because the whole
it's an inside joke. Hopefully this will come up in another topic. But it does. But I mean, I know we get off topic a lot, but at the same time, it is all connected. It is basically tradition and what our families expect from us. Because I'm a firm believer that for a young woman, a quinceañera is basically like a pre-wedding or a pre-training to what a wedding would be. Yeah. It's the same thing, except for a wedding you have you're not alone, you have someone else, but at the same time it's the same crap. Like, you got to plan the venue, the guest list, the food, the dress, and it all costs money. So I think that it is basically like this is what your wedding is going to be like, but you don't really know it yet, hint hint. So if you're feeling stressed at that moment, it's like that's nothing compared to your wedding day.
Yeah. No, honestly, because on top of all of that at a quinceañera, they're also expecting you to do dancing. The dress is always supposed to be like super extravagant. You don't just get to go to like, you know, a wedding shop or whatever, pick out like, you know, I understand that there's like a lot that goes into picking a wedding dress. I'm just dumb because I'm a man, but yeah, with the quinceañera dresses, it's like. what we went through like so many different magazines to try to find the right one, and then after all is said and done, we run to California to pick out the one that looks most like it. It's such a weird situation. It's so weird. And like I said, on top, and then not only that, but like on top of all the same responsibilities that are going to happen at your wedding, you're only 15.
You're only about to be 15.
Yeah, you're 14.
You're 14 years old.
You're still a baby.
Yeah, so it's just like you're putting all this stress on this literally little girl.
Yeah.
Just my 2 cents.
See, I never had that. Like, I never really knew what a quinceanera was until I was almost like 14, 15, because I never had that.
Yeah.
Didn't know about it. And then, like, I remember a friend of mine was telling me about it, how she needed to go and do like so much work for it, and I was just confused. I was like, why? Why not just have a birthday
It's just a party, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it. And then like she kind of walked me through part of, like, it's not all of it because there was a lot, but she walked me through part of it, how she had to go to like rehearsal like every Tuesdays, and how she needed to pick out like a specific dress, and she had to learn a specific dance with a specific person, and then just so much that goes with it. And I'm like, that's a lot of work.
Yep. It's crazy.
Granted, her dress looked pretty, but still.
All right, guys. Well, so I think we all stated that we would like to get the traditional marriage and kids. It just depends what life throws at us.
Except for Freddie. I'm fine with just dating somebody for the rest of my life. I'm fine with just living with somebody.
Yeah, that's another topic. We just have business of topics at this point.
Literally the same topic, though.
I feel like we're all almost kind of in the same boat. Like, we all, I mean, except for Freddie, we all would like it. But if it doesn't happen, we're all just like,
We're pretty chill about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with just being with somebody and living with them. I know after a while, what is it called? Like if you're dating somebody for long, like you're living with them, like after 7 years, it's like
A marriage, basically.
it's essential. It's like a marriage by state or law or some shit like that.
something like that. Marriage by proxy or
Something like that.
I don't know.
So it's like you kind of have to be or whatever that entails. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind just living with somebody and just being in a house or whatever, and like 4 dogs, 3 cats, mongoose, like just having like all these pets. I want pets.
So no kids, but pets.
Yes,
fur babies.
fur babies. And if I have a kid, it's I want to adopt an older kid, but that's a separate thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a separate thing. But yeah, I want fur babies.
Her babies are cute.
Before we wrap up today's forum, guys, any last minute thoughts, ideas, anything you want to share?
Mickey's a thought.
Oh God. I cannot.
No, I think I've said my piece.
Yeah, I think we all kind of said it and more.
And we kind of went off
Yeah,
into tangents and
seriously.
started
Just a little bit.
a little bit.
A couple times.
Like a 5-minute conversation about quinceañeras.
But we always do that. That's fine.
That's okay. And this is why we can't have conversations at 3 in the morning.
Right?
Oh my God, stop about this. Is crazy.
Well, if you guys have been sticking around for us this long, thank you so much. Genuinely, thank you so much for not being annoyed of our voices or our actions here, wherever you're watching this on.
Going off the rails. I mean, we will this will happen a lot, but I think it's the magical part of it, because we keep it so real. Like, this is how we usually sit down and discuss things without the cameras. Like, we literally sit down and talk, and we go off topic and come back to it. So the fact that we're doing this in front of you, it's natural. Trust me. Like, this legit does happen on a regular basis when we hang out.
I don't trust you.
Oh my God.
But yeah, thanks again, guys. Anyone else want to say anything?
Let us know what you guys think about this. Like, do you guys want the whole traditional, like, dating, marriage, kids route? Do you guys not want it? Are you kind of like, like, you'll take what you can get, but you're not picky? Like, what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Let us know.
Definitely. Also, like I said, we do take topic requests. If you guys feel like you want to hear our opinions on a certain topic, please drop it down in the comments, and we'll look at it, and we'll put it on this beautiful box. And
Serious or silly?
Yeah, serious or silly.
Yeah.
We'll put it in this box, and then if it gets drawn, we will be sure to give you guys credit, because you guys are amazing, and you guys are actually giving us your feedback. But
And your time.
And your time.
Yeah.
Whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening to it on the way to work or something over a podcast, whatever the case may be, you're still giving us your time, and we're so grateful.
Definitely.
Now, before we wrap up for today, obviously, we, as much as I love these guys, we're not always together. We each have our own lives. And of course, we have our own accounts on TikTok. If you guys want to follow us, I have a couple of stuff on there. But yeah, I think that we can either drop it down and on the screen with editing, Freddie, hopefully. We'll see. But if not, if we're not that fancy
We're
yet.
figuring this out.
Yes.
Either way, it'll probably be in the comments.
Yeah.
It'll be in the info section, so we don't have to say it out
Yeah,
loud.
I can. Yeah, I mean, you guys are more welcome to follow my TikTok. I rant about random stuff here and there, make funny stuff. I do want to start doing more acting shoots. But yeah, you can definitely follow that. We're also starting a TikTok for the forum. It's already up and running. We just need to upload content to it. Bemna, what is the handle for that TikTok?
The handle is literally the forum, but forum spelled as FOUR because there are 4 of us. So the FOURUM, the forum. Yeah,
That's
we're
it.
on TikTok and on YouTube. Soon to be, wherever you listen to podcasts. So keep an eye out for that, or an ear out.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that we do want to do. We do want to do podcasting so you guys can hear us on the go. Obviously, maybe you guys want to hear our voices, but not see our faces. Hey, whatever.
That works.
Whatever works for you.
Also, check out our bio because we're going to have a link tree set up where you can easily access all of that. So it's just one-stop shop.
Yep. Well, with that being said, thank you guys so much again for sticking around with us. I can't wait to hear your comments. Let us know anything that you're curious about. We will be more than happy to answer your questions. So this has been The Forum, and until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.